So here we need to determine the cosine of angle B in a triangle ABC, where the coordinates of its vertices are provided to us. Let us suppose we have a triangle with vertices A with coordinate A, 0, vertex B has the coordinate 2, -1, and vertex C has coordinate 9, 2. Our goal will be to find out cosine of angle B. So this is what we need to find. Now, in order to find out the cosine of angle B, we'll have to take the help of the cosine formula. For this, let us suppose that the side opposite to angle A, which is BC, we are going to denote it by the letter A in lowercase. Then we consider AC, that's the side opposite to angle B, so we're going to denote it by the letter B in lowercase. And then we have side AB, which is opposite to angle C, and we are going to denote it by the letter C in lowercase. Now, to find out cosine of angle B, we are going to use the formula cosine of B will be equals to, first what we'll do in the numerator, we have to do the sum of the squares of its adjacent side, meaning the adjacent sides of angle B, that's A and C. So what we do, we take C squared and add it to A squared. Now from these two sums, we're going to subtract the square of the opposite side. So that is B. So we have B squared subtracted from C squared plus A squared. Now in the denominator, we have 2 times the product of the side or adjacent to angle B. So that's C and A. So we have 2 times C and A. Now our goal will be to find out the value of A, B and C. So let's denote this as number 1. Now to find out the length of A, we'll use the distance formula. To find out the length A using the distance formula, all we have to do is take the square root. Underneath the square root, what we'll do, we'll take the difference of the x coordinate, square it, and then add it to the difference of the y coordinate and square it as well. So how to find out the difference of the x coordinate? Since we are considering the length A, that means we have to consider the endpoints of the line, that means B and C. So we have to consider the coordinates B and C. So we'll start with the x coordinate of C, which is 9, and from it subtract the x coordinate of B. So that's going to be 2. That's going to give us the difference of the x coordinate. Similarly, to find out the difference of the y coordinate, we take the y coordinate of C, so that's 2, and then we subtract -1 from it, so we get 2 plus 1. So this is going to correspond to a value square root of 58. Moving on to side B, so B will be equals to, then we have square root of, now what we do is take the difference of the x coordinate, so that's 9 minus 0 squared, add it to 2 minus 0 squared. Since we're considering B, so what we have done, we have considered coordinates of point A and coordinates of point C. So this is going to correspond to square root of 85. Then coming to C, so C will be equals to square root of, now we have to consider the coordinates of point A and coordinates of point B. So the difference of the x coordinate will be 2 minus 0, square it, and then add it to the difference of the y coordinate. So that's -1 minus 0. So that's simply -1 squared, and this is going to give us a value square root of 5. So now that we have the length of A, B, and C, so number 1 follows that cosine of angle B, so that's going to be equals to, we need C squared. So C squared means we have 5. Added to it is A squared. So A squared will be 58. Minus B squared, so B squared will be simply 85. Divided by 2 times square root of 5, so that's the value of C, times square root of A will be square root of 58. So when we solve for this, we're going to get the value -11 divided by square root of 290. So this is the value of cosine of angle B. If you want, you can also find out the value of cosine of angle A as well as cosine of angle C. So let me note down the formula. So cosine of angle C, that we can define as, we'll take in the numerator the sum of the squares of its adjacent side. So consider angle C, the adjacent sides are A and B. So we have A squared plus B squared, and from it subtract the other side, square of the other side, that's C squared, and in the denominator we have 2 times the product of the adjacent side, that's 2 times AB. And for cosine of angle A, that's going to be the sides adjacent to angle A are B and C, so we have B squared plus C squared, from it subtract the side or square of the side opposite to it, which is A squared, and divide by 2 times the product of the adjacent side. So if we substitute the value of A, B and C with these values that we have obtained here, then we can find out cosine of angle A as well as cosine of angle C. So that will be left as an exercise for you to try out.